The survival mind. They never told you this in school. They never wrote it in books. But the world is not ruled by kindness. It is ruled by intelligence. Not the intelligence of exams, not the intelligence of certificates, but the intelligence of survival, control, and power. Every human on this planet exists somewhere on a hidden ladder. 7 levels, 7 states of mind, 7 forms of intelligence. Most people will live their entire lives and never climb beyond the first. Tonight, you will see that ladder, and once you see it, you can never unsee it. Because the most dangerous thing in the world is not ignorance. It is knowing exactly where you stand. Pause. Let me tell you a story. Long ago, in a city built on ambition and decay, there lived a boy named Aaron. He had no special talent, no powerful family, no protection, only hunger. Not the hunger for food, but the hunger to stay alive. Aaron was born into level 1, the survival mind. This is where most of humanity lives. This is the intelligence of animals wearing human skin. At this level, you do not think about power. You do not think about legacy. You do not think about strategy. You think about today, about safety, about comfort, about avoiding pain. Your decisions are simple. Will this help me survive? Will this keep me safe? Will this reduce my fear? Level 1 intelligence is reactive, not proactive. You do not shape the world. You respond to it. Aaron learned this early. When the streets were dangerous, he stayed silent. When stronger boys came, he stepped back. When authority appeared, he obeyed. Not because he was weak, but because survival was his only goal. At level 1, courage is rare, risk is terrifying, and obedience feels like wisdom. People at this level worship stability. They say, I just want peace. I don't want trouble. I'm fine with what I have. But what they really mean is, I am afraid to lose what little I have. The survival mind does not dream. It endures. Look around you. The man who stays in the job he hates because he fears uncertainty. The woman who remains silent in injustice because she fears conflict. The crowd that follows orders without questioning because obedience feels safe. This is level 1. It is not stupidity. It is fear-based intelligence. Animals use it. Children are born into it. And most adults never escape it. Aaron watched the city carefully. He saw who survived. Not the strongest, not the smartest, but the most cautious. The ones who spoke less, moved less, dared less. This level teaches you one powerful lesson. The world is dangerous. Trust is risky. And standing out is a threat. At level 1, intelligence is defensive. You protect yourself. You avoid attention. You follow rules even when they make no sense. Because breaking rules invites danger. Aaron became invisible. And invisibility kept him alive. But invisibility also kept him small. Years passed. He survived. He endured. But he did not rise. And one night, standing on a rooftop, watching powerful men in black cars move through the city, he realized something that shattered his mind. They are not braver than me. They are not stronger than me. They simply operate on a different level. That thought is the doorway. The survival mind keeps you alive, but it will never make you powerful. It creates workers, followers, obedient citizens, not rulers. At level 1, you are controlled by fear of loss, fear of pain, fear of isolation, fear of uncertainty. You choose safety over growth, comfort over truth, obedience over freedom, and the system loves you for it. Because people who only want to survive will never challenge power. They will protect it. Slow pause. Ask yourself honestly, do you make decisions to grow or to stay safe? Do you choose comfort or control? If your life is driven by fear of loss, you are still standing on the first step. But Aaron did something rare. He questioned it. And questioning survival is the first act of real intelligence. Because once a man stops living just to survive, he starts living to dominate the follower mind. Survival keeps you alive, but survival alone makes you invisible. Aaron understood this now. Staying silent was no longer enough. Obeying was no longer enough. Hiding was no longer enough. Because in the real world, those who only survive are ruled by those who belong. Belonging is the foundation of level 2. The follower mind. This is where humans stop thinking like animals and start thinking like tribes. At level 1, you protect yourself. At level 2, you protect your group. Your intelligence shifts from, how do I survive, to, who should I follow to survive better? This is the intelligence of loyalty, of identity, of structure. Aaron joined people, not because he trusted them, but because being alone was a weakness. He learned something powerful. A single man is fragile. A group is dangerous. At level 2, you stop being invisible. You wear a uniform, an ideology, a religion, a profession, a flag. You become something. People stop seeing you. They see what you represent, and representation brings protection. The follower mind does not ask, is this true? It asks, is this accepted? Does not ask, is this right? It asks, will this keep me inside the group? Because exclusion is death at this level. Look at the world. Political parties, religious institutions, corporate cultures, social movements. All of them feed on level 2 intelligence. They offer identity, belonging, safety in numbers. In exchange, they take independent thought, questioning individual truth. Aaron watched the leaders. They spoke confidently. They spoke simply. They spoke in absolutes, and the followers listened, not because the leaders were always right, but because certainty is comforting. At level 2, people do not want truth. They want clarity. Truth is complex. Clarity is simple, and simple is easy to obey. The follower mind loves rules. Rules remove responsibility. If the leader said it, I am not guilty. If the system ordered it, I am not wrong. If everyone does it, I am not alone. This is how intelligence becomes a shield. Aaron became useful. He followed instructions well. He copied behavior. He mirrored opinions. He adapted quickly, and the group rewarded him. For the first time, he felt power, not personal power, borrowed power. The power that comes from standing behind something larger than yourself. But borrowed power has a cost. You must silence your doubts. You must suppress your instincts. You must protect the group, even when the group is wrong. Because at level 2, betrayal is the greatest sin. The follower mind does not create. It amplifies. It does not lead. It reinforces. This level produces soldiers, employees, devoted believers, loyal supporters. They move society. They build empires. They protect leaders. But they never become leaders. Aaron noticed something disturbing. The group was strong, but the ladders were free. Followers obeyed. Leaders decided. Followers defended. Leaders commanded. Followers sacrificed. Leaders benefited. That realization cracked something inside him. He saw the hierarchy. At the bottom, survivors. Above them, followers. And above the followers, controllers. The follower mind is smarter than survival, but it is still not powerful. It trades freedom for security and calls it loyalty. Aaron asked himself, if I am intelligent enough to follow? Why am I not intelligent enough to lead? That question is dangerous because once you stop worshiping the group, you begin separating from it.